The recent Taliban takeover in Afghanistan left many Afghans who had helped the United States military at risk of persecution or even death. Among them was Aziz, a former Afghan interpreter who had worked with U.S. Marine veteran and former mixed martial arts champion Chad Robichaux on 8 deployments in Afghanistan. Robichaux knew he had to act to save his friend and his family, but as he prepared for a rescue mission, he realized that many others were also in danger. Robichaux had concerns about the Biden administration's plan to rapidly withdraw the U.S. military from Afghanistan. He believed that such a withdrawal, which included surrendering the strategically important Bagram Air Force Base, would be a disaster for national security and stability in the region. But his immediate concern was for his allies, who had fought alongside U.S. troops for 20 years and were now at risk of being left behind. When Robichaux learned that Aziz was in danger, he organized a rescue mission to save him, his wife, and their 6 children. But once on the ground in Afghanistan, Robichaux's team noticed a group of 3,500 orphans who were also in danger from Taliban rule. The team, all of whom were Christians, felt a burden to help as many people as they could. The mission shifted from a personal rescue to a larger effort to evacuate as many people as possible. Robichaux and his coalition of heroes, which included retired military personnel and private citizens, worked tirelessly to evacuate over 17,000 people, including Americans, interpreters, their families, women, children, and Christians who were being persecuted. The rescue mission was not without its challenges. The situation on the ground was chaotic, and the team had to navigate their way through Taliban checkpoints and other dangers. But Robichaux credits their success to God's intervention. He kept us safe. He gave us clear thinking and opened doorways that were impossible for any man to open. And we were able to do this incredible thing and just be part of it. But ultimately God orchestrated it, and all glory to Him, he said. Robichaux has now written a book about his experience, titled Saving Aziz. The book tells the story of the challenges he and his team faced during the evacuation process, including navigating the chaotic situation on the ground, avoiding Taliban checkpoints, and securing safe passage for the thousands of people they rescued. Despite the immense danger, Robichaux says he was driven by his faith and a sense of duty to help those in need. "I'm a man of faith, and I really believe that we're all called to serve, and that there's no greater way to serve than to put your life on the line for someone else," he said. "And so for me, it was just about being obedient to God's calling, to do what He put on my heart to do, and to do it with courage, conviction, and compassion." Robichaux's story has inspired many, and he hopes that his book will encourage others to get involved in humanitarian efforts and make a difference in the lives of those who are suffering. I hope that people are inspired to take action, to get involved in humanitarian work, to help people who are suffering, to love their neighbor, to love their enemies, he said. Because ultimately, that's what Jesus calls us to do. He calls us to love our neighbor, to love our enemies, and to do good to those who persecute us. Despite the success of his rescue mission, Robichaux says there is still much work to be done to help those who were left behind in Afghanistan. "We've got to continue to fight for the people of Afghanistan, and for those who helped us, for those who are being persecuted, for those who are being oppressed," he said. "We can't forget about them just because the news cycle has moved on. We've got to continue to do whatever we can to help them." In conclusion, Chad Robichaux's mission to rescue his Afghan interpreter and thousands of others from Taliban rule is a testament to the power of God, faith, courage, and compassion. His story is a reminder that we all have a role to play in helping those who are suffering, and that even in the midst of great danger and uncertainty, we can make a difference in the lives of others.